What if I told you that this entire bag of orchid mix costed me $30? And no, this video isn't actually about growing orchids. As an Aroid collector, I've realized that a good orchid mix can be incredibly useful for building the kind of chunky, well aerated substrates that some of my favorite Aroids absolutely love. If you love collecting Monsteras and specifically Anthurium luxurians, I think I might be onto something. This 8-pound bag of orchid mix might be the solution for the problems that I'm facing with those particular plants where I just can't get the watering right. And simultaneously, it's going to be saving me money because I have to individually buy these different amendments that you're seeing here as opposed to just this one bag. If you've been following my channel for a while, you already know that I'm constantly experimenting with substrates. I grew a pretty diverse collection of aroids, and one thing I've learned is that there really isn't one substrate recipe that works perfectly for everything. An Anthurium luxurians, for example, isn't necessarily going to want the exact same mix as an alocasia or a philodendron. Some plants want more moisture retention, while others really benefit from having a lot more air around the roots. And that's where having access to individual amendments becomes really useful. But there's another option. And I know you've possibly figured it out already, so let's not beat around the bush. Let's get into this orchid mix. So Rite recently sponsored me with this bag of their orchid mix. And I was immediately interested, not necessarily because I'm looking for an orchid substrate, but because of what's actually inside the bag. And let me repeat here intentionally. This is an 8-pound bag and it's retailing for $30 TT. That's a really interesting price point for me because instead of purchasing several amendments individually and then measuring and mixing them myself, I essentially have a pre-combined chunky substrate component ready to use. And for someone who is constantly repotting and experimenting with different aroid mixes, that can potentially save me both money and time. Now, before I go any further, I want to make it very clear that this is sold as an orchid mix. And I'm not saying that every aroid should be planted directly into this mix. What I'm interested in is using this mix as a component of a larger aroid substrate recipe that I'm going to share with you all today. Now that I've made that important distinction, think of this as having a convenient combination of chunky amendments already mixed together. So instead of having to start from scratch every single time I want to create an airy substrate, I can use this as part of my base and then customize it according to the plant. And that is what has me excited. That's where I think this becomes particularly useful. And what I'm doing here is just picking out all the different components to show you all: terracotta, lacquer, large perlite, charcoal in different sizes, terracotta in different sizes too, as well as some cocoa coir, like shredded cocoa coir and cocoa coir chips, the small grade ones. So there is a wide variety of chunky substrates all mixed together already. Before I get to that recipe that I'm proposing, I just want to give you all a close-up of the different sizes of different components. For example, there were 2 sizes of charcoal, there were different sizes of terracotta. So it's not only large grade or small grain, it's actually different sizes of each in some cases, which I thought was great. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, the cost aspect. When you make your own arid substrates like I do most times, you might find yourself buying bark, charcoal, perlite, cocoa chips, pumice, sphagnum moss. I'm pulling out everything here to show you all what I would use in my mixer if I have to make it from scratch. And individually, these products might not seem terribly expensive, but when you start buying multiple bags just to maintain your collection, it adds up. And then you have to store all of those bags, well, in my case, these different containers that I store everything in, and then measure everything and mix everything and repeat the process the next time you have a group of plants that need repotting. It's tedious and you can hear it in my voice. And I don't want the substrate collapsing into a dense, compact mass around those roots. So rather than using this orchid mix by itself, I would use it as part of my overall Monstera substrate. So let's get into my recipe next. So I've laid out everything that I'm going to use to make this mix for aroids that love a more aerated substrate. So I'm starting with my basic aroid mix that is very nutrient dense, and I'm just going to put the orchid mix, the Grow Right orchid mix, into the storage container that I intend to store it in. And we're going to give this basin a rinse before we start mixing. So like I said before, this mix I'm going to test in an upcoming video, and I'll of course provide updates for you all. I'm going to use this mix we're making today for my Monsteras and my Anthurium luxurians specifically. So when I'm making the different mixes based on the different plants, the most important thing to me is not necessarily the exact recipe or the amount of this or the amount of that. It's the structure. That's why many of y'all would message me and say, okay, well, how much of this to use or how much of that to use? It really is hard for me to quantify because different aroid mixes consist of different components too. And basically, I think it's easier for me anyway to focus on the structure of the soil that I'm trying to create. By what I mean by structure is, you'll see when I mix everything together here, the orchid mix with my basic aroid mix, you'll have a clear visual of what I mean by structure. It's not, you're not going to see predominantly soil alone. You're going to see a nice distribution of all these different components together. And that's what I mean by making a structurally sound mix that is well aerated. You're going to see like an even distribution then of all these different things mixed together. It's like a soil pill out, if you want to call it that. The goal is for it to be well draining. So why I'm going to give this orchid mix a try is because I think it's a really convenient starting point. Now, besides having good soil mixes and amendments and all those good things, it is absolutely crucial that you understand your environment. So for me, I'm growing plants in my greenhouse as well as outside. So with that said, I understand how my plants perform in the different mixes that I use, and I've observed them over time to understand if they like this, if they don't like that, and basically I adjust to suit. This orchid mix and this video is basically me sharing my thoughts on finding a good orchid mix that I could use as a one and done deal with my basic aroid mix to make things even simpler and faster, and just like that, we're done. So here's the plan. I'm going to test this mix out on some of these plants. Y'all would have recently seen me report my Anthurium luxurians, explaining, why I changed it out of the soil mix that I bought it in. I will link this video for y'all if you missed it. But up on the screen, you can see that me making the mix a lot airier, and you will see me individually adding amendments and making my own soil. And on the right-hand side, you would see the results of putting it in an area mix. So here's the plan. I want to test this mix and report back to y'all. And if this turns out to be a quick win for luxurians and monsteras and other plants that I personally have problems with, I don't know if you all have problems with it in terms of overwatering, but if this turns out to be a quick fix for me or a quick win, I am definitely gonna, be just buying this orchid mix and mixing it into my main mix. I'm really hoping that it works out to be that. And like I said, I'm going to test it out and I'm going to get back to y'all as I usually do to find out if this can really be a quick win. So let's wrap up. I want to be clear that I don't think that this is some kind of magical orchid mix. This is just a possibility or an opportunity for me to make my life easier as a plant collector. I could just buy one bag. I get a substantial amount of chunky substrate. I don't have to hop around from place to place to buy this component and that component. And I could customize it to suit. So for somebody with a large collection like mine, those little conveniences make a huge impact in terms of how long I take to do my plant chores. And because this product was sponsored by Rite, I want to be completely transparent about it. Rite provided this bag to me for the purpose of creating this video. But they did not sponsor my opinion. Everything I'm showing you here is based on how I intend to use the product in my own collection. I'm also not claiming that this mix is automatically better than making your own substrate from individual components. If you already have a recipe that works, you just stick to what works. I'm just showing you another option. So, is this actually going to work well? That's the part I haven't tested yet, and that's intentional because I didn't want to simply show you a bag of substrate and mix it up in a container and tell you that it's amazing without actually putting it to the test. This is just me sharing a new idea, and I'm going to make a report with me video where I actually test this mix and report back to you all, so we will see if it works or if it doesn't. And here's what you could look forward to. This is my sad Anthurium luxurians chocolate that got overwatered during some heavy rains, and I have to actually repot this over. So here's the plan. I'm going to pull my plant out of the existing substrate, inspect the roots, and build the new mix around the Rite orchid mix and actually repot the plant. Then we'll be able to see how the mix performs in a real plant rather than just talking about it. So today's video, consider it just the theory, I guess, and the next video will be the proof of concept. To me, plant collecting is always about finding ways to make the process more efficient without compromising the needs of the plant. So if I could find a product that saves me money and saves me time, I'm definitely interested. So thank you to Rite for sponsoring this bag of orchid mix and giving me the opportunity to test it out in my collection. And if you're a plant collector here in Trinidad, I'd love to know, do you make your own Aroid substrate from scratch, or do you prefer buying pre-mixed substrates? And if you've used Rite's orchid mix before, let me know what you think about it in the comments. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around because in the next video, we're actually going to put this mix to work. Until then, happy growing.